everyone, it's me, Miss You, and we're going to be working on assignment 12, 7.1, question 3, and we're going to be using the loft feature. So we're going to start off by creating the document by going create document. I'm going to title it 7.1 Q3 loft, and you put your initials so it's easy to search for afterwards, and then you go OK. So the first thing we want to do is we want to change the units, because if you read the question very carefully, everything is in centimeters. So we go to the 3 bars on next to the word Onshape. We select it, then we go to workspace units, and there's an area called inches, and then I select millimeters. There's no centimeters, but I'll use millimeters, and then I go check. Okay, so everything now will be recorded in millimeters. We're going to start off by sketching. So I go sketch, and I'm going to select the plane, the front plane, and I'm going to turn it front and center. So we are all ready to begin our sketch. I'm going to go to the line draw feature. I like to do a very rough drawing and then constrain it afterwards. So I'm getting something to look like something. All right, my rough drawing is done. Every time I want to change directions, I left click, and now we're going to start assigning dimensions. So I go to the right on above it, I go to the dimension symbol, and the sides I know are 5 centimeters, that's 50 millimeters. So I go 50. The other side is also 50. The ledges on the top are 10. And the other ledge is 10. From the vertex to the edge is 10. And the last thing we need to do is we need to make sure that the vertex is in the middle. So I'm going to select the vertex and the edge, and it becomes 45. This is all in millimeters. Again, the vertex to the edge, and it is 45. The total length is 90. Whoops, that did not work. Yeah, there it is. And everything is black, so we know it has worked. And I'm going to call this, we're going to name it front sketch. Okay, I'm going to go check, and let's just take a look at what it looks like. Let's look at the isometric view, and it looks great. Now, normally we would extrude right here, but we're not going to extrude. Instead, we're going to add another plane, and we're going to create the back side. Then with the loft feature, we're going to connect the front and the back. So let's go plane. This is what the plane looks like. It's next to the spring. I'm selecting it. And the first thing I need to do is I need to select where the plane goes. So I select my part because everything's going to be relative to my face. Okay. And it's going to start at the face of the front sketch, and I want it to go back. This is the front, so what's behind it is going to be the plane. And if you count the squares, it's 4 centimeters, and that's 40 millimeters. So the next thing is we're going to change 25 to 40, and I go enter. Okay, great. The next, so now we want to draw on where it says plane 1. Okay, so I'm going to go check, but I have some stuff in the way, so I'm going to actually make that stuff disappear. I'm going to make it disappear by, I go to front, and I see there's an eye, and I click on the eye. Now I see where it says front sketch, there's another eye. I'm going to click on that other eye. Great, it's gone. I'm going to select the plane. I'm now going to go to front view, and I'm going to go sketch and line draw, or the line. And I'm going to now do an outline of the back of the part. So let's go. Okay, here it is. I did the plane, and I now have to dimension it. So the dimensions are a little different from the last time, but the left and right side and the bottom are the same. So I'm going to go, this is 50, and this is 50. From the vertex to the side is 45. And from the vertex to the side is 45. Okay. The top ledges are 20. And from the vertex to the bottom is 30. And our part is now done. It looks great. I'm going to change the name. I'm going to call it backside sketch. Okay. And I'm going to go check. Okay. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the isometric view, and it looks great. The next step is we want to bring back our front sketch. Okay. So I'm going to take away the eye, and I have both sketches here. I'm also going to put back the front plane. Okay. And so you see that's kind of the paper that our sketches are on. The next step, what we're going to do is we're going to join the two parts with the loft feature. So we're going to select the loft, then we're going to select the front. Now we're going to select where we're going to go to, which is the back, and it is completed. Excellent. So this is the part. We're going to accept it. It joined beautifully. I want to take away, just so we could see it nicely, I'm going to take away the front plane and the top plane and the right plane. And this is so this is our part. It looks very similar to what is in our book, and now we're going to create a drawing file for it. Okay. To do the drawing, go to the bottom left-hand side, and we are going to go to plus. Then we're going to go to create drawing. I want millimeters, no views, okay. I'm going to select the part so it gets inserted properly. And here it is. It's inserted. Now it's going to be projected. Okay. Now we're going to project it, the side view. And now we're going to do the isometric view. Isometrics are supposed to be solid. It's a solid part, not a wire figure. So you're supposed to shade it. So we're going to right click on the figure. Or let's see. No, we want to, actually, you need to get out of the projected view. And then you want to right click. And you want to do show shaded view. There we go. And now we want to make sure there's no hidden views. So I'm going to right click, show hidden lines. No hidden lines here. We're going to right click. I don't think there's any here either. Show hidden lines. We're good. And on the side view, there should be some hidden lines. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go, oh, I can't see it. So I'm going to move it down just to make it easier. And it says show hidden lines. There's my hidden line, and move it up a little bit. And now we're ready to start dimensioning it. The instructions are to do the coordinate method. That means there'll be no angles that are angle measurements, even though we do have an angle and you could add this angle. Instead, we're going to put in all the coordinates that are needed and no angle measurement is needed. So let's start off with the dimensioning tool, which is over here. It says dimension D. We're doing datum dimensioning. That means we're going to start at one end and all our measurements are going to be from that end. Here we go. There's my first one. Here's my second one. I'm just going right on top. And my third one. Well, I don't want it to be crooked, so I'm going to go do it again. Dimension, left side to the vertex. Great. I got it at 45. I want it in the middle. Great. I got it in the middle. Now we're going to go from the left side to the edge. 70. Let's get it in the middle. Here I do. Okay, it's in the middle. Now we're going to go left side. We're always starting on the left side to the next point. Okay, we got it in the middle. And now the dimension across the top. And it's in the middle. Well, okay. So that looks good. The whole top has been dimensioned. Now we're going to dimension the heights. So we're going to start off the bottom, go to the vertex, and we got 10. We're going to start off the bottom, go to the next vertex. Well, I'm going to go escape because I did not want it to be slanted. I start off at the bottom. I'm going to go to the vertex, and that is 30. And now we're going to start off at the bottom, go to the top edge, and that is 50. So our part is properly dimensioned. The front is properly dimensioned. And now we're going to do the top. We have to do the width. So I'm going to go to the dimension symbol. I'm just going to do the width of the part, and it should come up as 40, and it does. Okay. Now, everything here is dimensioned. There's nothing that needs to be dimensioned over here because we already dimensioned it on our front drawing. So we could just delete this. I go right click, I go delete. I'm going to put my name on it, and that's something that you should do under title. I'm going to write okay, there it is. I'm going to put my name, Miss Yurovich. It's good. I do green, and I'm going to do, and we are done.